Chapter 17 Christmas at Home. Viorel was a small boy of 12 who used to attend the children's choir during vacations. He had dark blue eyes, long curly eyelashes, and brown hair. He was dressed in his school uniform, a navy blue suit, black shoes, and a white shirt with a red scarf around the neck. That red scarf said, "I am a communist, I don't believe in God." But Viorel did believe. Although Viorel was a boy, he could easily cry. Some boys laughed at him, but his mother said he had love in his heart. After all, wouldn't you cry in his place? He was at a boarding school in Regin, miles away from his hometown in Iași. He missed his family and especially the children's choir in the church. But that was the only school in the country that had accepted him to learn a craft. He was training to make musical instruments, violins, mandolins, and flutes. His best friend at school was Florin, a tall, skinny orphan boy with big brown eyes. His blue uniform seemed so large on him. One day he asked Viorel, "Do you have a home?" "Yes, of course," Viorel answered. "My father is a baker and we have a nice home." "I wish I had a home. I've never once left this boarding school." "Don't you have anyone?" "No, nobody has ever come to see me. It happens to other boys, but not to me. At times I feel so lonely." "Soon it is the Christmas vacation. I will see if I can take you home with me," Viorel said with tears in his eyes. Florin looked at him with a ray of hope.
Oh
few days passed and Viorel could not take his mind from Florin. Finally, he went to the headmaster. "Comrade Mana, can Florin come home with me for Christmas?" Viorel asked. "Impossible," said the tall, strong man with a moustache and metal teeth. "He is one of President Ceausescu's children. He wants all the orphans for his secret army. You'll have to ask permission from him." With his cap in his hands, Viorel bowed and made a quick exit. The headmaster might have thought he was finished with him, but he was wrong. He went to the dormitory leader and made the same request. "Foolish thoughts," the leader said. "Don't bother me. He's the property of a communist party." Suddenly, Viorel remembered how his older brother would get away with anything with the help of a doctor. So he knocked at her office. The school doctor was a young lady with a short hair and glasses. "Please," Viorel asked her with tears in his eyes, "can you give Florin a note that he needs to see a specialist? I want to take him home for Christmas. You see, my city has the best medical school in the country." "Well," the doctor said, "Florin is indeed a sick boy. He has terminal cirrhosis of the liver. I could arrange the visit, but it is very complicated." Viorel remembered how the children's choir prayed for everything and the Lord Jesus answered. Quietly, in his heart, he started to pray. Then he heard the doctor talking on the phone. His heart beat fast as she talked back and forth with many people. One moment he was full of hope, and the next moment he thought it was all in vain. Then she spoke with his mother. After a while, a secretary appeared and typed all sorts of papers, which all had to be stamped and signed. It took ages. "You can take Florin and go," he heard. Viorel couldn't believe his ears. He rushed into the dormitory to share the good news with Florin. Soon the two of them were on the train to Iași. When they arrived home, Viorel's family received Florin warmly. They showed him around the house, and he gazed for a long time at the Christmas tree in the corner. "It is so nice to be in a home," Florine said, as they took their seats around the table, with the smell of freshly baked bread and cakes. "Every orphan in the world should have a friend like Viorel. Maybe you will be one of them." Jesus said, "I tell you the truth. Whatever you did for the one of the least of these brothers of mine, you did it for me." Matthew 25:40. Florine was going to need his friend even more in the days to come.